It's chapter 4. We know we're living in a world that's a lot of suffering out there. There's a lot going on. And we question ourselves, how do we deal with this? And how do we live with this situation? And here, James chapter 4, pick it up in verse 13 over there. Go to now, he say, today or tomorrow, we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. Verse 14 over there. Whereas you know not what shall be on the morrow, for what your life is. What is your life is? Your life. It is even a vapor that appear for a little time, then vanishes away. And here, the first things that James tell us in here, that life is uncertain. And we're living in that world of uncertainty. And we're tempted to believe that if we discipline enough, we follow our plan enough, we work clever enough or smart enough, good things will happen to our life. Just like in the Garden of Eden, when Satan there, when the serpent tempted to Adam and Eve to believe that if they eat this fruit, apart from all the things in the garden, they'll see the same. They'll be the same as God. Their eyes will be open. And for us, we live in a belief, in an idea, in a false belief, under the illusion that we are in control of our lives. If we follow the right attitude, the right equation, the right plan, the right techniques, and enough of this and that, then that will add up to good life. Well, we think that. And the Bible said that we are thinking that we are in control of our lives. But so far we are far away from it. But in reality, James is telling us in here, James saying we are not in control of our lives. In Amplified version of verse 14 over there, something like this: what is the nature of your life? You are but a wisp of vapor, a puff of smoke, a mist that is visible for a little while, then disappear into thin air. Just like in the morning when you go up there, just a little vapor up there, then after a while, and it's gone. In the New King James Version, something like this, verse 13 over there: come now, you who say, today or tomorrow we will go into such and such a city, spend a year there, buy, sell, and make a profit, whereas you do not know what will happen tomorrow. For what is your life? It is a vapor that appear for a little time, then vanish away. And James is trying to tell us something over here. He said, planning is a good thing. It's not wrong, to plan. And in Proverbs chapter 21 over there, in the first half of there, the plan of the diligent lead surely to plenty. When we plan, we'll bring a lot of fruits and a lot of things that we're looking for. Planning is a good thing. Planning is a great thing. But the problem is, in our planning, we often forget that life is uncertain. We do not know what tomorrow brings. And sometimes we act like we can plan our lives, but so far we don't even know what we have in control over the next few minutes. We can't even control in the next few minutes, next hour, or so on. So planning is a good thing, but in reality, James is telling us over here that you are not in control of your life. Someone else is in control of your life. Acts chapter 27. This is on my margin over here. It's written Acts 27, chapter 27 over there. Paul is sent to Rome, and pick it up in verse 3 over there, just to draw a picture over here. And the next day we touched that place over there, and that place courteously and treated Paul and gave him liberty to go unto his friends to refresh himself. So Paul was given a freedom to go and join his friends now. And he got all the plans to put together and hope that everything will go well in his life. It's we heard about yesterday about prepping and planning. It goes together. And he had during this voyage, Paul and his friends put a plan together and hope for everything that goes well. But through this journey, things get in the way. Things get in the way. And verse 9 over there, pick it up in verse 9. Now, when much time was spent and when sailing was now dangerous because of the fast of all of now already past, Paul admonished them or warned them and said unto them, Sir, I perceive that this voyage will be with hurt and much damage, not only the landing and the ship, but also of our lives. Paul is warning them over here. I don't think this is a good idea. I know you've got all your plans and everything that we have to follow, but I don't think this is a great idea. It'll cause much hurt to us. And not only us, the cargo in the ship and the damage to the ship, but also we probably will lose our life through this process. But in verse 11 over there, nevertheless, the centurion believed the master and the owner of the ship more than those things which were spoken. Things that Paul was warned them was ignored, was put aside. Paul's observation was ignored. And they put their trust in the owner of the ship. Sometimes in our life we can be like that. We put our trust in the things of this world, the consultant of this world, the people that give advice in this world. But further down the line, we're tempted to believe something that totally far away from the truth. And in here we see here, sometimes we find ourselves in a situation like this, and we go through storms in life, and we think we got the best advice ever, the best plan of action, and so on. We ignore repeated warnings. We look to go full steam ahead, and not long trouble comes. We show loyalty into the things that we think is right, into our workplace, to the people that give us advice. Sometimes loyalty runs out. Loyalty runs out. And here we go full steam ahead, but not long trouble comes. And pick it up in the storms of life, pick it up in verse 14 over there. But not long after there arose against in the tempest wind called the Euroclydon. And when the ship was caught and could not bear up into the wind, we let her drive. And running under a certain island which called Clauda, we had much work to come by the boat. So they ignore the warnings. Now they're going against it. The storms of life comes in, the uncertainties of life, the plan they put together. They thought it's all going to be hunky-dory. It's all going to be smooth sailing, but not long. Not long. The storms of life comes in. And verse 18 over there, and we've been exceedingly tossed with tempest, and next day they lighten the ship. And the third day we cast out with our own hands and the tackling of the ship. And sometimes when we go against that, we find it hard for us. We make it harder for us. And in verse 19 over there, this is a summary of what they think. They got all the plans right, but this is a summary over here. And neither the sun nor the star many days appeared, and no small tempest lay on us. All hope that we should be saved was then taken away. The hope, plan, thinking it's all right to go ahead. But the hope, they're thinking it's all going to go well, was then taken away. It is not a great feeling. In Proverbs chapter 13, in one of the verses over there, it's saying in the first half of the verse, it said, hope deferred makes a heart ache. It's bring about not a nice feeling. We feel lost. We hope for something, that we can find comfort on. We hope for something that we can rely upon. But when it's taken away, the Bible said it makes a heart sick. We find helpless at times, nowhere to go. And that's when panic comes in. And when panic comes in, it's not a great start, because we can find anything that we try to find to hold our hopes on. Psalm chapter 39. Hope deferred makes a heart sick. Oh, Psalm 39. Here, David is summing up over here. It's his moment of reflection. And here, pick it up in chapter 39, verse 4 over there. Lord, make me to know my end and the measure of my days, what it is, that I may know how frail I am. Behold, thou hast made my days and as a handbreadth, and mine age is as nothing before thee. Verily, every man at his best state is altogether vanity. Surely every man walk in a vain show. Surely they are disappointed in vain. He heaps up riches and knoweth not who shall gather them. And now, Lord, what wait I for? My hope is in thee. David's a moment of reflection over there. He realized there's nowhere else he can lay his hope on. Not in the things of this life, material things that he accumulated and so on. But he knows, Lord, my hope is in you. They say over there, man at his best state is a vapor, a vapor, busy themselves in vain. Made my days as a handbreadth, and age is nothing before you. My hope is in you, Lord. They would recognize here that life is indeed very short and full of uncertainty. He heaps up riches, he gather many stuff, he accumulate more stuff, and don't know who's to get them. Just leave it to the kids or leave it to the other part of the family to fight for it. And we got a lot of problems nowadays about that. Now in England, they will bring a new tax now, the inheritance tax. I know it's just going to leave a lot of problems. And he heaps up riches, the riches gather more stuff, and no one together. Leave it to the others to fight for them. But my hope is in you. That's what David's reflection over here. That he nowhere else to rely upon, but to rely on the God, to rely on the Lord and trust in him. Luke chapter 12. Well, obviously here is another person here, but is planning, is going ahead. And pick it up, verse 16. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentiful. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where I bestow my fruits. And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build a greater, and there I will bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much good laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. Eat, drink, and be merry. And we see here the two response. The other one is all hope was gone, was taken away. It was different. Where's the hope is? And here he's got everything in his life. The wishful things are, he got it in life. Life is great. Let me enjoy it. And you notice over there as we go through the scriptures over there, the story, they see how many I. It's all about me, and me. It's all about me and myself. Forget God at the moment. I got all this stuff. This is about me. All I ever wanted is to be rich and famous. All I want to have is chasing my dreams. And this is the warning for us. We think we got it all. We got a time on our side. It's time to take it easy for a moment. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy all this wealth. I can do this and do that, and not to worry of all the things beside that. Let me enjoy my wealth. And here we see here, let me just take these funds down and build a bigger one. And the plan is going well. Plan is going well. And in verse 20 over there, but God said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee, and who shall those things be which thou hast provided? So he got all this plan. He got it all mapped out, what to do and what next coming. But the Lord said that this night thou fool, this night the Lord has taken his life from him. His life has been taken away from him. And we live in a world that the unpredictable lives we live in. We're acting like there's no end, like a mist disappear into thin air, and we live like that. The place where we call home, the room that we sleep in, will be a home to someone else. And nobody will ever remember that you live there. Your jobs that you hold dearly to you, if it still exists before the robots start taking it, will belong to someone else. You will be forgotten. You will be just a name to some people. If you have a grandkid, you'll be a story to someone else, just to someone. You'll be a memory just to some other people. But not long, they're gone, nowhere to be heard. We face the uncertainty of life. Life is hard. That's not just a phrase. Life is really hard. It's to break us from time to time. It's to bring pain and sickness, worries, and so on. We try to put our trust and hope into the things that we accumulate, just like a rich fool over there. Try to put things, a trust and hope into the things that he gathered. And even in our darkest moment, something unexpected might save everything, like the journey from Rome, the journey from wherever they are to Rome. And some people find comfort in their plan, in their routine, because they judge themselves into their past success has been, or they measure themselves looking at the others. But James was saying, you're far from reality. You're not in control of your life. The hope that you hoped for has been taken away. And David said, my hope is in you, Lord. There's nowhere else to see it. James chapter 4, go over to James chapter 4. In chapter 5, you can read it at your own time. It's talking about the richer are taking advantage of the poor. The gap is widened. The richer are getting richer, and the others are falling behind. And there's a lot of suffering in this world. There's a lot of murmuring in this world. But chapter 4 over there, pick it up in verse 15. For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this and do that. But now you rejoice in your boasting. All such rejoicing is evil. Therefore to him knoweth to do good, that doeth not, to him it is sin. Remember that God is a powerful God, and we can put trust in him. If the Lord's will do this and do that. Bring God into our planning. Not only our planning, but in everything we do. bring God to be a part of our lives in every decision making and so on, bringing Him be a part of our life. And I just picked something up over here, a great phrase, if the Lord's will, if the Lord's will. And we live in a place where different cultures and different saying, what people say. And we hear this word, Lord, inshallah, inshallah. I guess some of you knows it, inshallah. I know I say this word, this will be quoted back to me. But inshallah, if the Lord's will, I think we should adopt that. If the Lord's will, we're able to carry on, or we're able to see you. But in this room tonight, we got a lot of great testimony, provision, protection, and so on. And if we look back at our lives, we can agree, most of us can agree that most of it along our journey has been carried through by the Lord. It's not our own doing. Most of it will be carried through the Lord. We're thinking we are in control of it, but in the reality, God is in control of our life. He weave us together like a fabric, weave our story together. We have to find trust in that God is in control. And James chapter 5 over there, pick it up in verse 7. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and hath long patience for it, until receive the early and the later rain. Be ye also patient, establish your heart, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. You can read the whole of it. Be patient, establish your heart. He is coming to put things right. There's a lot of troubles going around in the world, wars and rumors of war, a lot of unrest and conflicts out there. All the wrong things in this world, God will put it right. And we need to find trust in that, knowing that one day He will come back, set everything right, everything that was wrong to put it right. And we see here, like a farmer waiting patiently to reap his reward, his hard work. Early and later rain, waiting for it. It is in Lord's hand. And in verse 13, if any among you afflicted, let him pray. We heard that talk here last night. Is any merry, let him sing psalm. Let's pray and support each other. Life is uncertain. How will we go through it? How do we live this uncertain, short, and difficult life? Trust in the Lord. Trust in His way. Pray and support each other. We need one another. Have you heard that phrase, no man is an island? We need one another. Remember, He is the ultimate power. He is in control. He is the King of all kings, the Lords of all lords. And on that day, when the trumpet shall sound, every knee shall bow when He appears through the clouds, and know that He is Lord. Life is uncertain. God is not. All good said? Amen. Right. Time for a prayer line now. If you do have any needs, bring it up prayer. For those people who pray, we normally up here. You know where you station, make your way up. The rest of us can just look away to the Lord. Hallelujah.